win your clunkers, Dan.
Yes.
Win your clunkers. So Ohio State did win over Nebraska. Game was at home, 21-17. It was a bit of a nail biter.
Off a bye, yes, Ohio State?
Off a bye with Penn State on deck, which is to say, of course, that Nebraska had the ball with the chance to win late. They did not. Ohio State intercepts it, game over. But if you zoom out and look at what transpired in this game, it kind of had the hallmarks of rust.
Yes.
Hallmarks of rust. Ohio State 1 for 10 on third downs. They couldn't run the ball. Matt Rhule in the postgame said he loved his defense, basically gave up 3 plays that he liked back, those being the 3 touchdowns from Will Howard. Who knows what happens if Ohio State doesn't get the stop when they got the stop, if in fact Nebraska's able to go down the field and score and win the game. But this is one of those deals where you're sort of looking and you're panning and you're seeing the scores kind of go across the bottom line and you wrinkle your brow. Really? Ohio State was a 25.5-point favorite coming into this one, Dan. Mm-hmm. They win by 4 at home.
So Ohio State down their starting left tackle for the season. Josh Simmons went down against Oregon, obviously not playing against Nebraska. They lose another tackle. They're shifting things all over on their offensive line. Will Howard looked like a Heisman caliber quarterback in this game. And Chip Kelly from the booth saw, oh man, Will Howard is nailing it, man. It's Carnell Tate, it's Jeremiah Smith. He looks comfortable, he looks accurate, he looks like he's dealing. What if we ran it a ton behind a beat-up offensive line? Far be it for me to question Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly has given me some incredible college football memories as an Oregon human. But this one seemed a little bit backwards. And I don't know if it were, RPO decisions, whatever it was. Chip Kelly is known for his ability to craft a sensational run game and run offense for a number of teams. Did it at Oregon, UCLA. Did it with the Eagles for a little while, if memory serves. Probably didn't do it for the 49ers.
Very little while, but yeah.
Yeah. Has incredible running backs at Ohio State. Doesn't necessarily have a consistently incredible running game, at least not recently, against defenses like Oregon's and Nebraska's. I kind of wonder why they weren't just airing it out a little bit more and leaning into what was working, especially after seeing what Curtis Rourke and Taven Jackson were able to do against the Nebraska secondary and pass defense last week. So that was curious to me. But Ohio State survived. Maybe they took some lessons from this, but it was an ugly win against, I still think Nebraska's defense is pretty good, pretty tough. I thought they game planned really nicely in terms of corralling the running game and forcing a lot of pressure on this offensive line on the ground. Unacceptable from my latex salesman playoff team of Ohio State.
Yeah, I saw the meme going around on social media, the two guys kind of arm wrestling. On one side, Penn State fans saying, will this be good enough against Ohio State? And on the other, it's Ohio State fans saying, will this be good enough against Penn State? Right. It was one of those weekends for sure in the Big Ten. So Ohio State does win. I take away from whatever you want, or take whatever you want away from that win.